Howdy all, hope you're doing well today. Well, this is how I achieved a sub 90-minute half marathon. Right, just done the workout, all good there now. Just got a few more things to get ready for, like just getting the water sorted. The night before the run, I remember that my wife actually asked me as we were going to bed how I was feeling going into the race. And I remember saying to her that I was feeling a lot of confidence, but I was also feeling a little bit nervous at the same time. I was confident that I could achieve the sub 90-minute goal, provided that I was sensible with my pace, of course. But there was always nerves going into the race, regardless of how I felt, because I knew that it was not going to be easy for starters. But I'd worked so hard to get here to this point, so why shouldn't I be able to achieve it? Gel packs, which are all good here. Obviously the water pack. Got my settings. I had a bit of a change with my running style in order to be more efficient yet fast in the race, which were helped by the carbon-plated Asics Magic Speed 4 shoes I had, which helped me adjust my running style much easier than without them. To run this race. Let's get out there. Getting to the race was as casual as you like, really. The weather was cool, which was great. It did rain a small amount just before the race, which really wasn't that bad all that much, because it did actually stop, so that was good. One thing I never did in my previous races actually was I like to mismatch my socks a lot, just for casual purposes and all that. I used to do this a lot before I got into running, so I decided I'd do it for this race, and honestly it calmed me down before the race, as it brought a bit more joy into the preparation. So that was pretty good. Yeah, all good, all ready, all registered. We're just literally about 4 minutes away. Got my race shoes on. But yeah, no, we're about to start soon, so let's get cracking. The race start was a bit weird. So I was so focused on my Pacer Pro on my watch and the GPS for it to get ready to go, that I didn't realize that I was actually starting around the middle of the pack. So when we actually took off, I found myself trying to get past slower runners as fast as I could, but also not too fast at the same time. So it was a bit confusing, to be honest, at the start. I did make my way up to a group of runners that were going at a good pace, so I tried to follow a bit of a group pace with them to get an idea of where I was at. My parents actually hadn't arrived yet until after the start of the race, so when I got to the quarter mark distance of the race, I saw them for the first time, which was great. The halfway point came around, and this was when I wasn't really feeling good. I was actually getting some massive stitches in my right stomach, part of my stomach, so I was struggling a little bit with my breathing. Like, I could obviously still breathe, but it was like hurting every time I was breathing, and so my family were a little bit concerned for me when I went past them, wondering if I was going to make it around. But miraculously, when I was coming back around, it was as if it never even was there, like it just went away. And so it just allowed me to focus on the final quarter of the race. By this stage, I realized that something wasn't quite right with my watch. I remember I went past the 15k mark, and I looked down on my watch and I adjusted settings a little bit to find that as I was going past the 15k mark, it was reading, my watch was reading about 14 K 14.1, which didn't make sense at all. Like, I was running the same course I did last time. I didn't deviate in any way, like I was following other runners. So what I did find out later on was that my GPS setting on the watch was actually wrong, which was my fault, obviously. It was actually reading less accurately, so therefore the Ks were out, but my time was actually still correct. So as I would find out later when I got the official results, that would be the case. Yeah, I remember crossing the line and feeling more confused than having much joy. I read my watch as I crossed the line and it said 20.29 Ks, which obviously isn't half marathon pace 21.1. So I was just like, this doesn't make sense. What's going on here?
It's not making any sense. It's like 20.4 Ks when I crossed the line. I was like, that's not... I did the exact same course that I did last time and it was like 800 meters more. I don't understand.
Yeah, when the results came back the day after the race, I was utterly astonished. I honestly couldn't believe the time that I did. I indeed did do the goal of a sub 90 minute half marathon, which is obviously what I set out to do, so that's amazing. But I also somehow achieved a sub 85 minute half marathon with a 1 hour 24 minutes and 31 seconds. And I just couldn't fathom it. How did I do it? I don't know. So I realized that then that the pace I was going at with on my Garmin watch was reading slower than what I was actually doing. So in order to keep up with the watch's pace, I was actually running faster, yet somehow I didn't burn out or anything like that at all. So the results landed me in 5th place actually, which was 1 place lower than my last MC race, road race. But this race was actually, the competition was a lot more competitive. Like my time from last time, which was a 1:31:17 or so, it would have placed me in 13th for this race, which just brings it into perspective of just how competitive this race was.
A part of me then just remembered the mantra that I had going into the race, which is believe that you can, so decide that you will. I was literally saying that to myself even with the last 3-4 kilometers as well. Even despite it being under the half marathon distance, according to my Strava and all that, it would definitely have I have no doubt in my mind that I would have gone under 1 hour 30. So technically I did it, but what the heck, it's all good. We got there.
Well, that's it. That is how I achieved a sub 85 minute half marathon. Question is though, what is my goal for my final SMC road race next month now? Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Thank you all for watching so much. Take care and God bless. Bye.